Next one we're going to do is red. So color all of them in very lightly. Red almost looks like pink when you do it in very lightly. All your little side notes. First darkening color, so the third box down, put blue in there very lightly. A little bit too much. See, even as I'm going over it again and again, it's darkening up all on its own. So if you want to do layer upon layer to make it a richer red, I guess. So we're gonna blue. Next color after that is brown. So from the fourth box down, very lightly put in brown. For some reason, it just doesn't really want to color. There we go. I'm a perfectionist, so sorry. Alright, then the last color for the darkening scale, it will be black. So very lightly. Color it in. Seeing through all these, you could still see the colors, and that's what you want. You want to still see the base color. Now, red's a tricky color on what's the right kind of lightning. There's been two different ones, so we're going to split it in half. One side's going to be white, and the other half is going to be yellow. Yellow isn't used that much for lightning. It just really depends on the image you're going for. Let's put yellow on this side. And then red. And white on this side. That one's our red scale. And our last one we're going to do today is going to be brown. And this final one we'll be leaving for when we do our shading with our 5B. So we'll just go ahead and color all of the boxes in brown. Yes, I color with my pinky out. The first darkening color will be red. Remember, you're using a lot of the same colors over and over again, and that's alright. Tends to work out very nicely. Can't find my red. From the third box down, very lightly put in the red. I put it too much. Alright, so we have red. Our next color will be blue. Fourth box down. Very lightly color in with blue. And the final one is also a black. some reason I cannot see my brown through these. I'm just kind of going over them very lightly. That's what happens when you color it too light and not dark enough. So let's go ahead and add that B. So to lighten this up, you generally use white, but again, it's kind of like the red. You can use the yellow, but for the most part, you use white. So we'll cover it in about 75% white. That way, that little sliver we know is not used too often. That little tiny line. Very lightly, you don't have to press hard. Just a little bit. Yellow. And red. Alright, so that's all of our shading coloring.